Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Le'Veon Bell rather retire than play for Andy Reid again. Le'Veon Bell would rather hang it up than return to the Chiefs. The former Jets running back wrote in an Instagram comment that he would retire before playing for Kansas City's coach Andy Reid again. Bell, a free agent, was commenting on an Instagram post about someone reportedly spending $700 at McDonald's when a fan asked whether he would return to the Chiefs. I'll never play for Andy Reid again, the 29-year-old Bell wrote. I retire first. Bell had a marginal role with Kansas City after he was released by the Jets in October and picked up by the Chiefs. He had just 2 carries in 3 playoff games after running for 254 yards on 63 carries in 9 games during the regular season. Bell hasn't been the same player since sitting out a year because of a contract dispute with the Steelers. The 3-time Pro Bowler flopped with the Jets after inking a 4-year, $52.5 million contract. He is unsigned and may have to wait a while to find a new team. I'll sign somewhere when I'm ready, Bell tweeted recently. Ain't no more finessing me with lies and just to get me, lies and the S word, just to get me to sign with their team. No more rush decisions on my end, period. So, basically, we were wondering this. C Pen, shout out to him for the win. He's a huge Chiefs fan. He is a huge fan. You know. Um, to me, it's like this. Le'Veon Bell should have stayed his butt in Pittsburgh. And I kept telling people that, dude, you should have just played until they traded you. He lost so much money. I don't know if he recouped it. I don't think he recouped all that money he lost. Mm, that's good coffee. His problem is he followed Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown dug him into a ditch. Antonio Brown didn't get signed by nobody. He went back to the Bucks because nobody wants him. Nobody wants to deal with the diva a head case. They don't have time for that. And the Baltimore Ravens, Harbaugh and them probably was like, look, man, we're not dealing with another Ed Reed situation. Because Antonio Brown probably would be another Ed Reed. Not Ed Reed. I'm sorry, Ed Reed. I'm sorry for speaking ill of you like that because you're not like that. Earl Thomas. And it basically showed, even though they lost Earl Thomas, it showed that he wasn't the ultimate problem. The problem was the Ravens didn't get a good pass rush. They weren't that great against the run. They came down a notch defensively. But let's get back to Le'Veon. Le'Veon didn't play that much, and we were wondering. We were like, well, why isn't Le'Veon playing? Like, is it because he doesn't know the playbook? I mean, you could give him a couple touches because I feel like the Chiefs could have used him in the Super Bowl because Hilaire was running good and then Andy Reid just stopped running. And then Le'Veon didn't even touch the field in the playoffs. So it was like, what's going on? Like, why did they sign him? If this is what I don't understand. If you're gonna sign a player, now I understand you might sign him to keep that said player from playing on another team. But at the end of the day, I need you to play. If you're on my team, you got to play. We got to win. So I don't understand the dynamic of what was going on. I don't know if him and Andy Reid had some words because, Andy Reid to me is an overrated coach. I've never been a fan of Andy Reid. I believe it was his fault that Donovan didn't get to the next level and win a lot of Super Bowls when, they didn't get him a lot of help. I feel like I feel like Andy Reid is too pass happy. He doesn't know how to balance the attack. He doesn't know how to run the ball. To me, if he ran the ball more, they could have beat the Bucks. But especially if two of your tackles are out, to take the pressure off your tackles, you run the ball. You run the ball. I mean, that's basic football 101. So I just don't understand why Andy Reid didn't use Le'Veon Bell. But Le'Veon, you put yourself in this position. You were with the Steelers. You got mad just like Antonio because Big Ben was getting all these perks. And granted, I feel you, but Big Ben is white. And he's won 2 Super Bowls. The first one they screwed the Seahawks. The second one he won that. He brought his guys back, but you got to understand the Steelers are going to go to the white guy before him, before you guys. You guys would complain about dumb stuff. It's like Le'Veon. What you should have done was get your contract. Antonio Brown, they paid him his contract. He still wanted that like a donkey. You were going to get a contract. You started being an a-hole because you wanted it sooner. That's why I'm saying, if you guys want your contract guaranteed, fight for it. You guys have always copped out when it came to your finances. But you guys will be so quick to take days off and want days pulled, and you guys want your weed thing to happen so you can smoke your weed, but it's not happening, bro. It's not helping you. You guys have got to sacrifice one of these CBAs and say, look, we're not playing. I understand the lower level players will get hurt the most, but with the players who are getting paid the most money in the league, they should come together to help those players so they can make a statement. If you guys don't make a statement or put your foot in the ground, they are going to continuously run over you, and that's why the NFL has been a slave trade for from decades. Because you guys don't want to take the time to fight. You guys just are like, all right, we get some more days off, cool, and we get to smoke our weed, it's lenient, cool, do whatever. And then when you get screwed at the end, you like, wait a minute, what? Why they put this in my contract? I don't like this. Well, if you wasn't high, dumbass, you would have seen this. Le'Veon, do I feel he'll get picked up by somebody? I don't know. That thing he did in Pittsburgh really follows him. They like to say it doesn't follow you like when you were hit, but they follow that stuff. It's like when you're a kid, you go to juvie a lot. That follows you when you're an adult because they want to get you in jail. And in this situation, Le'Veon being an a-hole like he was to the Steelers, other organizations see that. And they see the immaturity, and then they see the way how you forced your way out of New York instead of being a team guy. You chose to go there. Well, you didn't choose, but you went there. You wanted to force a trade, and then you found out the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So that's what you get. I mean, now, can he go reconcile with the Steelers and get back with them? I don't know. Because I think he would be good back with the Steelers. You could have him and Najee Harris splitting carries. But who could I see him going to? I mean, it's really not a lot of teams who's gonna want him. He's an older back. 29 to them is like 36 for quarterbacks. That's basically what they've subjected the running backs to. They're basically saying you guys aren't gonna last or whatever. So let me know in the comment section, where do you think Le'Veon is going, and do you think Le'Veon is right to say what he said? That Andy Reid lied to him. I believe Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid didn't lie to him. I think Andy Reid kind of bended it. Like he said it in a way. Um, well, we're gonna get you carries, but you'll have to work or something for it. I don't know. Andy Reid could have promised him this. I'm not saying Le'Veon is incorrect. I don't know what was said, but Andy Reid is a very shrewd operator. I think people give him a pass because he looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he looks so fluffy, but underneath all of that, Andy Reid is to me could probably be an arrogant asshole, but we don't know. C Pen would have to answer this. He would have to answer this to see. I'm not sure, but thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by cash apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy!